So I last night got a wild desire to dye a piece of clothing that I've had. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, yes. I'm thinking it kind of took. So I'll show a picture of what it looked like before. Overnight I did a coffee dye and I added some turmeric and cinnamon because I wanted it to be darker, and I think I really like it. So yeah, you can see how much that's changed colors because that used to be white. But this is a very bright bobby pink that was just too, it was a color that I just never found myself reaching for. And I'm working on redoing my closet to where I either redo things that I already have. I've got a lot of like clothes packed away that are just, they didn't fit anymore. Baby Coos in the background. They didn't fit anymore, they just didn't work, and I just never threw them away or donated them. So I'm kind of thrifting my own closet and working on making some things. Like I'm making a skirt right now. So I just thought, I'm making a mess, but I just thought that I would hop on here and show you. I'm gonna rinse this out and wash and dry it and see what it looks like, but I am feeling quite excited. This is pretty promising. So in this pot I just put in instant coffee, turmeric, cinnamon, and vinegar, and put the shirt in when it was boiling and mixed it around. Left it sit overnight submerged. So I will let you know what it looks like. So this is that top that I dyed in coffee and turmeric and cinnamon, and it turned out, instead of that bright bobby pink, it's still kind of bright for me, but it's better. It's like this really nice pumpkin-y color. It's coming across more orange, but it's actually very, very pumpkin-y and like a nice rich color. So I like the color a lot more. However, as I'm trying it on, it still just feels very frumpy, very boxy. There's just too much fabric, I think. Kind of thinking a sweetheart would look really, really nice with this top. I don't know. We're gonna try it. We're gonna do something. We're gonna make something. But I traced it and cut it. It's probably a little more exaggerated than I think I'm gonna want. Although if I do add any kind of gathering, I think it's gonna be nice. So I went ahead and used the neck piece I cut. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to have one full facing piece, so I'm gonna have to kind of piece them together. But I've got this as a facing piece, and then I have each side as its own facing piece. So I'm going to do that. I've never done facing before, but I think that kind of a hem is just gonna look a lot nicer, especially with this. And who knows, maybe it's not gonna work and I have to go and either make it a V, which I don't know, I kind of like that too. That looks kind of nice. Maybe I'll do that instead. Do I like that more? Honestly, I'm not a sewer. This is all just trial and error, figuring things out. I've watched some YouTube videos. So, but I wanted to give you some progress. That's where I am. Okay, so there was definitely not enough of the fabric to make a facing. So I am using an old dress lining that's nice, and I don't know, it feels nice. I think it'll work out, and it's already got this little kind of overlocked edge, which may or may not be a bad idea. We'll find out. So I literally just laid it down and cut it out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut down the seam right here, and then pin everything in to place. So we'll see how it looks. Fingers crossed. All right. Good news is it matches up. I've got it all pinned, and next step is to sew it. This is stretchy. It's like a stretchy lining. So I'm a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. All right. But I went ahead and sewed that, and I'm looking at it and I hate it. Before I pressed it, these actually were kind of folded under, and I really like, I have a tank top underneath, but that won't be there later. But I really like the way that looks, so I'm actually going to just redo it. And I did a really bad job of it, but I had already done the understitching to help the lining lay flat. So I'm going to take that out. So I'm going to seam rip all that out. And then I'm going to come back and go right here. This is one of the sweethearts. And I'll go ahead and lay that out, pin that, cut it, and then resew. And then I'll have to redo the understitching, which I'm not mad about because I did not do a good job. So it gives me a chance to fix it. Oh my goodness, I definitely did not have fun doing that. I got all of the seams ripped from the understitching, and while I was doing it, I think I might have done the understitching incorrectly. So I'm gonna look up a couple of videos and make sure that I do that right next time. But I'm glad that I took it out. Now I'm going to go and take these sweetheart cups and mark off and pin and snip and sew those to make sure that those are what I want where I want, and then we will revisit it and see how it looks. But goodness, I've got a lot of threads to clean up now. That was not fun. So this is me trying the garment on up close. The neckline, I like it. I had to add some darts right here, and actually I'm going to have to either continue those darts or maybe add in another dart down here to make it fit the bust a little more flatteringly. But overall, I'm really happy with it. This is looking crumply because the way I'm standing with holding the camera phone. But I like it. It's a lot better so far. So just a little bit more tweaking and I think we're almost there.